Eric has one of the biggest law firms in California. I think like the third or fourth biggest law firm in California. And he wins. He's a winner. I think he has like, what, 48 attorneys in his law firm, and they all win. Yeah, and I heard that if you are with Eric's law firm, and Eric even thinks that you're going to lose, he just turns you into an intern so you don't mess up his record.
You know what's really cool about that respect? It's not fun to have losers, so he understands how it works to win.
Well, you know what they say.
What he say?
What they say, not he said.
They say, who said, who said?
They say that,
They who?
them,
Them,
those guys.
So the guys
The
say,
people who be saying stuff.
them folk,
Those guys.
those.
You know what they say, right?
What do they say?
They say that if you hang out with 5 losers, you'll be the 6th loser.
No, you know what my grandmother used to tell me?
What?
My grandmother used to tell me, she said, baby, winning is not a problem. Period.
That's it?
She wouldn't say anything else. Winning is not a problem. So when I play Monopoly, hopscotch, double dutch, red light, green light, freeze tag, Simon Says, Uno, sorry, anything that I play.
Rob, I heard you're not that good at Monopoly.
Well, someone lied to you.
No. They said that you be getting whipped. They say that you get beat bad in Monopoly, like we beat Maxine Waters bad in Monopoly.
Let me explain to you this. Let's just be quite honest. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking directly to the microphone right now.
Talk to the microphone. But talk to the people.
As Joe Collins has challenged and put out all types of different areas and places to draw Maxine Waters out for a formal debate, I am now putting out a one-time offer for Joe Collins to play me in Monopoly.
You don't want those problems. Let me tell you something. Listen, the greatest thing about the game of Monopoly and myself is the game of Monopoly is about capitalism. I love capitalism, and I'm good at the game.
That's the thing. That's why we get along.
See, but you're not good at capitalism, though. I am,
though. Boy, that was a good one. Boy, that was great. Woo! That was funny. Okay, let's start over again. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Listen, anytime, any place. If you had a Monopoly board,
okay, wait.
We can play Monopoly right here on
Mr. Joe
790
Collins,
KABC.
Mr. Joe Collins, let's state this unequivocally. Which Monopoly do you want to play?
It doesn't matter.
Let me state it. I have the original. I have the electronic. I even have 3 different countries editions. I even got the LA edition. I even have, because I have an aunt who stays towards the Inglewood area. I have the Inglewood edition of Monopoly. So I have 7 different Monopolies.
Listen, let me tell you, and you will get beat 7 different times. In 7 different ways, 7 different languages, in 7 different countries. I'm gonna tell you why.
That's funny.
I'm gonna tell you why. Listen.
Yes.
Let me tell you, that's my God.
Shouts out to Wayne.
The reason why is because I'm better than you.
I'm going to tell you why you
at
wouldn't
Monopoly.
win. I'm going to tell you why. There's only one reason you wouldn't win the game.
And what
Do you
is
understand why? Are we
Because
gonna
you take too long to play.
No. Are you gonna, that's the funny thing. You're not going to win because I actually play very fast. I play Monopoly like people play chess.
All you gotta do is roll the dice and move your pieces.
No, see, I understand you're not a Monopoly player. I'm going to teach you because you're my friend. I really like you. I'm going to show you the intricacies.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something that's real.
Go ahead, bring it.
I've learned a valuable lesson.
Do you know who I want to play first?
Hold on, wait.
Michael Carlin. I heard he's a good player. I want to challenge him also.
I've learned a lesson to never learn from people who've lost.
I don't lose.
You got your anal retention muscle blown out
by who?
3 times. Trust me. Somebody called me and said, yeah, Rob over here mad because I
need
beat
whoever
him in
that
Monopoly.
person is to call into the radio show right now and say, yes, I unequivocally I beat Rob. Joe, do you understand the last time I've lost to Monopoly? The only person I've ever lost to is my wife. The only person.
You have to lose.
Because she learned how I play.
No, you have to lose to your wife because y'all married. And if you don't let her win.
No, my wife understands something. I will tell you a secret. I don't even let my children win.
I don't let my kids win
Exactly, because you're teaching your children that, because a person loves you, no, there are people who can love you, but you must be able to participate to win.
I want to tell you a story. I've been in the Navy 13 and a half years, right?
No. It was actually 13 and a half and more. You actually stayed for 13 and more. I learned.
So, my son was 10 years old, 9 at the time, said, Dad, I can beat you in swimming. I said, son, you must have lost your rabbit mind.
Did you call him rabbit mind?
I said, your rabbit mind.
I can hear you saying that too.
I said, because you cannot, you're 9 years old. I've been swimming longer than you've been alive.
And what happened?
I whipped my son ass in swimming. He didn't stand a chance. He said, Dad, I'm going to race you from here to there. I said, okay, well, I'm going to give you a head start. No, Dad, I don't want a head start. I said, well, push off the wall. I'm not going to push off the wall. I'm going to beat you. I said, fine. I like 3 strokes. I was at the end, and he was still at the start of the swimming pool, mad, crying and stuff. I said, son, look, if you want to beat me, you're going to have to learn to swim better.
Let me tell you the most funny part, too. You ready for one? That's funny. That's really a good one, too. My 4-year-old turned to me and told me, Daddy, I can drink water faster than you, right? So she had a cup full of water. And I realized that she said, no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drink a half a cup and you drink a whole cup. So I said, okay, since you're only 4, no problem. But I didn't realize that my daughter drinks water the same way I do. She studied her dad to drink out of the cup the same way that I do. So she opened her mouth and the water was going in. So what did I do? I tilted the whole cup to let her win. Get it?
Yeah.
Dang. Well, exactly. She didn't get the cup of water in her mouth, and I said, I won because you didn't drink the whole cup. So she cried, ran to her mom, and said, Mom, Daddy got water all over me. Well, at least I didn't lose. That's it, Michael. I didn't lose. Tonight is going to be amazing, ladies and gentlemen.
Look, if you want to win, you got to try hard. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Like, there is no free lunch for anybody.
No,
I don't care if you're China. You don't get free lunch.
I've heard about, there's a group of people that are running in a congressional race that literally they just don't sleep. And that type of congressional candidate, I can respect. That's why I like you, Joe Collins.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like you because you have waves in your hair. That's fine. I don't like you because you have a baby booty face. That's okay. You understand? You look really.
You hear that? He called me baby booty face.
That's what I call him, baby booty face, because he can't grow hair on his chin.
Doing. Okay, this is what we're doing today. This is the type of show we're gonna have. Okay.
This is so because
That's the type of show we're gonna have.
You understand.
You see what I gotta deal with this guy?
His face is extremely smooth. The girl told me. I touched Joe's face. Oh my God. I never had anything that felt like Charlotte like that before. Oh my God.
Okay, anyways.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Listen.
Coco's laughing really hard right now.
We've been running this race about a year and a half.
Okay.
And we've been kicking some solid butt. I mean, like, we are whipping Maxine Waters up and down the 43rd district to the point where she is extremely afraid.
Do you think that she's afraid? I really want to ask you a question, Mr. Collins. And we only have like maybe a few. I don't want to get started in this and then have to come back into it.
I'm gonna tell you one thing that really disappoints me about this entire race. All right, I'm gonna tell you something that disappoints me as soon as we get back from break.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm positive.
Are you sure you're gonna tell us?
This frustrates me so freaking bad. So when we come back from break, I'm gonna let you in on what frustrates me about us working in the community, how we've been doing throughout this campaign. So stay tuned. We're gonna take a break. Whenever we come back, I'm gonna let you know what's happening.
I was trying to turn them up.
Tell me if
No, I was
He
just trying to turn the
can't
volume
hear.
up.
yeah, but
The
the
headphones
headphones.
up.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Thank you for tuning in. We are on 790 KABC.
No, there's no knob there.
If you don't want to tune into the live stream, make sure you go to 790kabc.com and listen
I don't
in
know how.
live.
How is it? I just-
And also call in 1-800-2225-222. He said I'm sipping Joe. I love it.
What?
Well, listen, live. We're gonna come back off break in a little bit. I appreciate you guys tuning in always.
Mike, if you want some of the Monopoly game, you can get some.
I'm in.
Look,
I'm totally
man, I
in.
heard Cache was like, no, Rod suck. He got beat and he over here mad. And how you gonna talk yourself out of a loss? You're gonna talk your way out of a loss.
We can solve
Hey, you know, it's not like we're gonna sleep for the rest of this campaign anyway. Might as well be playing some Monopoly.
Hey,
Anyway.
look, I don't care.
Right.
I tell my kids all the time, you need to be the best at what you do. Don't think I'm gonna give you anything free.
You're not.
Yep.
My dad did let me win in one-on-one. Did you hear it?
And if my kid think they're gonna win, I'm gonna cheat and make them lose.
All right, call her right now. Tell her to tune in. Bye. Joe, people like you ain't talking about your kids. Ties them. What you want to start with?
I got you. All right, guys, we're about to come back off break.
We gotta call her. We gotta call her. Gotta call her, baby. Coco's calling. That's what's up, Coco? Coco's calling right now.
The music sounds really good. The music
Oh,
sounds
good. Let's go.
Hey, we got a caller. That's my sister. Let her on the line. What's up? What's up, Nay? How you doing? Oh yeah, it's easy. Thank you. We work a lot. Some things that we put on Facebook and Twitter, we don't put on Instagram and vice versa. But thanks, Nanny. I appreciate you. Yeah. But that's not me. I got a team that does that because we be so busy working. I mean, like, if you would see our day, and you would be like, Jesus Christ, how do you guys keep going? There's not enough coffee in the world. Yeah. Well, we got to win, though. We fighting for a good cause. We from LA, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta put on for our city.
This is Joe's conscience. His sister's on the phone and his dimples are out. He's smiling a lot because of his sister. I'm so happy. I'm Joe.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for calling in, Nanny. I love you. All right, peace. All right, I'm about to tell you guys what makes me upset about this entire race, right? Through this entire race, we've been cursed out. People have tried to fight us. We've been gang banged on by Maxine Waters people. I've been spat at. During COVID-19, it was absolutely disgusting.
She didn't have a mask.
No, she didn't have a mask on. I've been spat at. We've been trashed. I've been called a disgrace to our community because people don't like the way we do things. And the thing that makes me upset about this is we're not getting paid to do any of the community work that we do. I don't get paid at all, but you don't get paid to do the stuff that we do. You know what I'm saying? Your job is to be the campaign manager and manage the campaign and make sure we have a successful campaign. Everything that we do in our community is what we do and outside of the campaign on GP.
Exactly.
Right? So,
You know, GP stands for general purpose. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead, please.
so somebody in our community is murdered. Whether it be by the police or whether it be by gang violence, domestic violence, who do they call?
They don't call Ghostbusters.
They call us. When they have issues in the community, they call us. When the community is struggling now, they call us. People need food, they call us. And why don't they give the same energy to the people who get paid to do the work that we're doing right now, right? You got politicians like my opponent. You got other people who've been in office for 10, 15, 20 years who are supposed to be out here doing these things. But nobody ever holds these people accountable.
Right.
Meanwhile, they're getting paid $200,000 a year, city council members, $174,000 a year, people who live in Congress, all these perks and bonuses and stuff like that. But they don't do nothing for our community. So the guy who is making things happen for the community, I'm the guy you want to call a sellout. I'm the guy that you want to disrespect. You know what I'm saying? I'm the guy that you want to talk trash to when we are working with the city to indict terrible cops. We're working with the city on police reform. We got $150 million back to the community just by working with the mayor. We protest for the reopen California. We protest against police brutality. We are feeding the communities. We have our back to school drives. Anytime something happens in the community, we are always there. You know, we gave away 15,000 backpacks to the community, 150,000 pounds of food.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And people got
What'd you say,
150,000 pounds of food. And then somebody gonna have the audacity to tell me,
150,000 pounds.
and then somebody gonna have the audacity to tell me, oh, you only show up for photo ops. First off, I don't even like taking pictures or videos.
The people like you saying.
They like it. But then people, oh, you only come up here every time somebody happens, you come up here and take pictures and leave. I don't even come with a camera.
True.
Michael comes with the camera.
True.
But Michael's a blogger, he's a journalist, so that's what he's supposed to do.
True. And he's really good at it.
Yeah, he owns his whole entire newspaper company.
He actually is very impressive.
Yeah. And so when I hear people say, oh, you only do this for photo ops, or you only do this, that, and I feel disrespected.
Can I jump in, Wes?
Hold on.
Go,
And I feel disrespected because when I come around, we stop people from destroying our communities. We support the peaceful protests. We work with law enforcement to make stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? But when my opponent comes into the city, you know what she does? And you know why I say why she comes to the city? Because she does not live in our community.
True.
She lives outside of the community. So when she comes into the city, the first thing that she want to do is run her mouth negatively. And I was telling somebody, they was like, why do you call her a dirty heifer? I said, I call her what our district is. Our district is dirty. And so she's a dirty heifer. And that's how I feel. And I'm supposed to be apologetic about how I feel about this lady. You know what I'm saying? But why should I protect somebody's legacy when nobody's protecting the legacy of the people who live in our community? Nobody protected the legacy of that girl who was shot and found in the alley. Nobody, and she used to volunteer for our campaign. Nobody protected her legacy.
Because that's very important.
Nobody protected the legacy of the little girl, of the girl who used to volunteer for our campaign, who was shot and killed in an alley, down the street from the office. There was no Black Lives Matter protesting for that. Nobody cared about that girl. Her mom came to our office because she used to work with us and talk to us.
She let us know. That was touching, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And nobody protects the legacy of the 9 people who were just shot in our community 3 days ago because of Hood Day. You know what I'm saying? So
it wasn't neighborhood, it was this hood day.
Hood, not neighborhood, Hood Day. So when people sit up here and tell me, oh, especially black people got it bad, protect their legacy, that's Auntie Maxine. First of all, she ain't my auntie. I don't care what nobody says. I would never call her auntie.
Drop the bomb.
Not just because of what
He's
she
on
did
fire
to
tonight,
me.
ladies and gentlemen.
Not,
Turn the
not,
radios
not,
up.
not just because of what she did to me, but because the way our community looks.
True.
I have a lot of family members. None of my family members will allow our community to look the way it looks if they were in office because they have never left me hanging like that. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So why protect the legacy of someone who has sat in office for 44 years and has allowed our communities to be on a straight decline? We are number 48 out of 50 when it comes to education in the States.
Yes, true.
Right? Dead last.
Absolutely.
43% of the people who live in our community are 25% below the poverty line. That means if you live in South LA, chances are you're broke. So if you are petitioning to keep my opponent in office, then you are petitioning to continue to be broke. But the problem is you complain about being broke. So it's just like you're complaining about a situation, but you want to keep the person who's responsible for your situation in office.
Do you know what a lot of people want to accomplish, Mr. Collins?
What's that?
It's something called being HR. You know the HR department of most companies that hire? A person would rather be an HR in your neighborhood. You know what that means? It means hood rich. If a person is hood rich, they feel that they've accomplished because they've outdone the person who's their neighbor.
Yo, being hood rich is not buying an apartment and having a car and having a 9-to-5 job paying you minimum wage. That's not hood rich. That's not. That's graduated from high school to college. That's what that is.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's the thing that they're so innate. You know, the neighborhoods and the places and stuff that you're talking about. Like when we walk around and we do scouting and we look for different things in the neighborhood. Like today when we were out and I saw the amount of atrocity that was inside of the district.
Man, we cleaned up today. And shout out to our young people.
Yo,
Shout out to the young people from Inglewood.
everybody, please give
Shout
them
out to the young people from South Central Los Angeles because they cleaned up. They cleaned up
amazing.
from, what did he say, from Hoover all the way to the freeway
They were amazing.
near Imperial.
Amazing.
And I mean, we put them on a commercial. We made a commercial and put them kids on the commercial
Please
too.
do.
And I told them, I said, look, you guys are doing a great job. I said, I'm gonna make you guys famous. I'm gonna put you on a commercial. And everybody's gonna see you out here doing some good work. And you know what? we're cleaning up Maxine Waters' mess.
It's so astonishing to me that, as you stated earlier, the people don't ever, and they do, but they do it, and it gets swept under the rug.
Mm-hmm.
They go to the office and people do complain, but as they're complaining, they get pointed into a direction of saying it's not the local politician who is doing these things.
Yeah.
That they're literally saying it's people in other states that are governing Los Angeles. And I had a conversation. Oh, we have a caller.
Mm-hmm.
How, we have time for that caller to come in? Caller, please. Okay, perfect. I had a conversation when I took my two daughters to go and get their nails done. And the lady turned to me and she said something huge. Joe, she turned to me and she said, I'm so glad we had this conversation because I was so uninformed. And I literally sat there with this and I looked at her and she started crying.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, I can't believe I'm this age and I'm so uninformed of real truth. Because it was just Googleable, you know, she could Google it. And she was like,
People don't want to Google.
She's like, I didn't know.
We got a caller.
Yes.
Jim, what's up, Jim? How are you? How you doing, Jim?
Hey, how you doing, Joe?
I'm blessed and tired.
He is highly favored for sure.
Well, I wanted to bring up something cursive writing and multiple choice and critical thinking and reading, writing, arithmetic, and all those things that used to be taught when they came out of school. They don't have a sense of history. They're very one of the greatest athletes who ever lived broke down barriers, didn't carry a chip on his shoulder, was Bob Gibson. Passed away.
Yes, he did, he did.
I want to talk about one of the fiercest pitchers who ever played, and just was so razor sharp focused when he got on that mound. It was such a joy to watch him. Sandy Koufax and Tom Seaver and all the Ferguson Jenkins and all the great ball players back in that era. And he was on the Cardinals, and they had a racially mixed team, as I recall.
Yes, they did.
And they white, black, Hispanic, and he said everybody just talked things out, and there was no secrets, and everybody got along, and they remained friends for the rest of their lives. Tim McCarver, the great baseball announcer, came from the South, and he said, Bob, let me look at the way I was raised up, and so on. So, and they became, like fishing buddies. And the point is, Bob Gibson was a very warm guy. He was a Christian. He was very down to earth, humble, very smart, educated. Especially was better than this one because we made social progress. But the individuals who were fighting for things weren't trying to get back at people.
Yeah. Yeah, Delores.
Virginia Graham, and you had Dinah Shore, you had Merv Griffin and Mike Douglas, and so many great men and women. They had great guests come on the show, and they all were male, female, white, black. They would give interviews. And if you look at Jim Brown,
Yeah.
And if America's going to survive, we can't just sit there. And I blame our generation. George Hart is a really great, he's a really good pollster. He says,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. 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 Well, I can get back on it as soon as we get from break. We unfortunately we gotta take a break right now, but stay tuned. When I come from break, then I'm definitely gonna tell you my thoughts about that. We're going to break, everybody. The call-in number is 1-800-222-5222. Call in, please. He's gotta get the last word, huh?
I didn't even turn it off. I was watching his hand.
Hey, I know you guys can't hear the callers because they're calling into the radio station and we're not plugged into the radio station via Facebook Live. So you won't be able to hear the callers. So we were listening to Jim talk, but he asked me about education. And so whenever we get back, we're probably gonna talk about education. And they asked you to speak up, Rob. They said they can't hear you.
Okay. On Facebook Live?
Yeah.
Okay. Got
But
it.
I appreciate you guys tuning in, man. This is wonderful.
I'll tell him I'll speak louder. I promise.
Oregon needs red. I think Burgess Owens is running out there. Gordon Burgess Owens is running in Oregon. Let's see. Yep, Sergio, we still up, man. This is how we roll. Maxine's a nutcase. That's funny. All right, guys, we're about to come back from break in a minute. I appreciate you guys coming on. Stay tuned. we can take Jim off. He'll talk the whole goddamn show. All right, guys, we coming back. The website is also, if you want to hear the callers, go to 790 KABC. Just look it up on Google and just click the live stream. You'll see us on there.
Just there from 3 week.
Hey, Gordon, God bless you too, man. Thank you.
We got a new caller coming in. You hear me?
See. So Jim, just to answer your question, man, I absolutely agree with everything that you were talking about. They have taken a lot of quality curriculum out of the education system, especially here in Los Angeles, and I think the idea is to keep the majority of the population dumbed down, you know, and so we have to bring that back, you know, especially when it comes to TV and talk show hosts. And I understand everything is for the ratings, you know what I'm saying, but the amount of misinformation that is spread through these mainstream talk shows is, in my opinion, absolutely disgusting. I mean, I don't need television hosts talking about politics with their opinion, because at the end of the day, I don't think that their opinion is relevant. It's just an opinion. You get paid to entertain. You don't get paid to give your opinion on politics and force your thoughts onto everybody else's if it was theirs. But we got another caller. We got Brandon. What's up, Brandon? I'm doing good. How about yourself? Oh, nice.
I was born and raised in California. I currently live in Missouri, so I cannot vote for you, but I have donated.
Thank you.
Well, the doctor specifically asked you to put your budget for economic growth in the district, and then also on a side note, you're
Oh, no, please, say what show, say your show, please.
No, I'll tell you this. Shoot me an email, public@joecollinsforcongress.com, and then we can schedule something on your show. When it comes to, we'll talk about economic development. This is something we've been working on for a long time, and opportunity zones was a great way to be able to get economic development back into our communities when it comes to creating businesses, expanding small businesses, and bringing more businesses into our communities. And a lot of people didn't understand what I was saying when I said President Trump hasn't done anything for our community. The reason why I said this, and because they only show one side of the video, they didn't show the reason why I said that. The reason why I said that he hasn't done anything for our community, specifically the South LA community, is because when we look at the bills that he has put in place, the bills are great, but we can't use the bills in the inner cities because there is so much corruption. We have so many Democrats that has been utilizing opportunity zones for themselves. They've been trading opportunity zones with developers. So people in the community who the opportunity zones was intended for does not have the ability to utilize opportunity zones to A, expand their small businesses, B, start new businesses, or 3, incentivize other companies to come back to our communities and offer quality jobs. And that's absolutely important. So that is what we're using in order to incentivize businesses to come, to incentivize the growth and opportunities. And as well, when I get into office, I plan on attacking the state of California to remove a lot of the legislation when it comes to development in LA. A lot of people don't understand that this is what California did. They increased the cost of development by having so much red tape, right? Because California, so many Democrats, they get bullied by anybody. And so whenever you have all of this red tape, it increases the cost for development. The developers take that cost and give it to the people who want to either purchase the property or live in a property if it's a housing unit. This caused the cost of living to go up, right? So we have to attack California to remove the red tape. And also California they had this brilliant idea to cut the way they make money, right? There's no more fracking in California. There is, even with the biggest economy that we have the biggest economy because California is relying on people who work their tax dollars in order to fuel the economy for California, which is wrong in so many ways and it's unconstitutional. So we have to get with California, we have to sue California to get back in line with the federal constitution when it comes to taxes. Because the amount of taxes that we pay to support the economy of California is unconstitutional. And we're not even getting what we pay for. No taxation without representation. That was the whole idea of the Tea Party. You know, and so we have to get back to that. We have to find ways for California to be able to make money and support its economy without hindering the people, without slaving the people who live in California. And so those are my goals. Also, when it comes to 2A, a lot of people ask me this exact same question. I was in the military for 13 and a half years. I probably have more guns in my house than anybody has in California. I am pro 2A. But I think that the California legislators need to remove some of that tape when it comes to the purchase of firearms, how you can purchase firearms, what type of firearms that you can purchase. Because it's one thing to have rights, but how can you exercise your rights if someone create laws to prevent you from exercising your rights, right? So we have to tackle that as well. We have a lot of violence. We have a lot of gang violence, domestic violence, and what have you in South LA. We wouldn't have that violence if people knew that it was a possibility that someone else could legally own a gun and could legally use that weapon against you if they feel attacked. I mean, let's look at the South. Texas, Alabama, Oklahoma, Florida, all the open carry states. You don't see that much gang violence. You don't see that much domestic violence. Why? Because the chance of getting shot is always prevalent.
That stops a lot of trouble.
Yeah. And the crazier part about it is right now, they passed a law to where people can have intercourse with children within 10 years of each other. Right? So if you have a 14-year-old daughter, guess what? In the state of California, a 24-year-old man can legally procreate with your child. Your child, not even old enough to drink, not old enough to work a job, but old enough to procreate with a grown man. This is another reason why being pro 2A is so prevalent in this community. I have a 13-year-old daughter. And if a 23-year-old man tries to procreate with my 13-year-old daughter, guess what? I'm going to exercise my rights.
I can speak for she absolutely so I just really, we're gonna leave that in God's hands because I pray in the name of Jesus. Somebody does not attempt to do something that the word is malud. Malud. It's beyond stupid. I don't want to see someone do something so malud that will force them to have to figure out what type of casket or coffin they would want to be in, whether they would like cremation, because it's the cheapest way to go out.
Yeah.
I personally.
You're gonna have to be cremated in California because the cost of living is so high. People can't afford to purchase a funeral.
Brandon, you hit something so hard when you asked, is he pro 2A? Well, there are many people that are pro 2A, and one thing that I can speak and allow you to understand, sir, being pro 2A does not mean you know how to handle a weapon. That is the key thing right there. The key is being able to have educated individuals that take time to learn how to carry a weapon.
Yeah.
If you take time to learn how to carry it properly and correctly.
Exactly.
And know how to defend yourself.
Exactly.
There's reckless individuals that wanna, the guys like you all, I love when you do that. You actually make fun of me, and it's really funny how you do it. I have to say, that was really a funny thing. You were like, I shoot and I close my eyes. Bow, bow, bow.
Every time you pull a trigger, your eyes close. We went to the gun range, and listen, Brandon, I took Robert took me to the gun range. We was with a really good friend, Isaiah Washington. We went to the gun range, and I could swore this was Robert's first time shooting a gun. Because he had a Glock 17. And Rob was standing like lethal weapon, right? Legs out, arms up, gun. Every time he shoot, he would blink. So he was like, pow, pow, pow. And I was like, Rob, open your eyes.
You understand people actually believe you say that?
Because this is a true story.
No,
And I was like,
you actually convinced him by the way you present the story.
Listen.
Did Rob put his hands out?
I recorded you. Rob, I recorded you. And put you on my story. You were blinking fast. I'm like, is he having a seizure? Please stop the range. Everybody stop shooting. Rob is having
We can solve this with one statement. Which eye do I close when I shoot?
Rob, this is what I told you. I said, Rob.
I'm asking a question, sir. Which eye? Brandon, you're my witness. We got another caller coming in. This big screen.
Hey, Brandon, thank you. Thanks for calling, Brandon.
Brandon, you're fantastic.
Listen, this is what I told Rob. He was like, listen, I can't keep one eye open because I don't know which eye. I said, Rob, just open both eyes. I said, when your eyes is open, you can see everything. If you close one eye, you're going to miss something. Keep both eyes open. And then Rob gonna get mad at me. I got my favorite gun is the M4. Isaiah just happened to have an M4.
Here we go.
And he gave me the M4, and he was like, hey, you gotta adjust the sight a little bit because I'm taller. I said, man, don't worry about it. Just lift it up a little bit. Boom. Shot the target in the head and around, and I came back the other way, and I knocked the head off the target. I said, look, easy work. I don't need this.
I can tell you this, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we about to go to a break. We about to go.
Oh, you like trying to get out of this, sir.
Look, take us on a break. When we come back, you can tell
you know you're gonna take us on a break.
When we come back, listen, and then Rob's like, pick another part. I shot the shoulder off the target. And then they gave me a shotgun, and I shot the whole middle area off the target. All right, we're about to go to a break. When we come back, I'm going to give Rob an opportunity to say whatever it is he want to say. You guys stay tuned. Appreciate it. 1-800-222-5222. Please call in. 790 KABC. Late Night Wrap-Up. Joe Collins.
He cut Robert off. He cut Robert Mike off. He cut Robert Mike off. He cut Robert Mike like this. Oh, I didn't see. He cut Robert Mike off. Hey, you a gold piece of work.
Don't worry, Wayne.
Hey, he
don't worry.
Hey, he gonna get at you like that?
No, that's my guy though.
Hey, you cut him, huh?
Exactly. I can't win that battle. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, Joe told him to cut it off?
Yeah, we did like this.
Wrap it.
You went what?
I said, wrap it up. We got to go to commercial.
That was it.
Oh,
yeah.
he cut you off.
Yeah.
Because he was about to say something. I don't know what he was about to say.
I wasn't going to say nothing.
Lies.
Hey, you know what we about to put on?
Who?
Coco.
Okay.
Because Coco make the best shipment.
I don't even eat chitlins, Rob. What you talking about? They be with all these chitlins.
I like putting Kirk on, but like what your problem is, let me tell you what your problem is. What your problem is.
I can do Kirk better than Kirk.
Kurt, look, you gotta come up with something every single time.
Who's this?
What your problem is,
Who's
you gotta
this?
just make up something on top of your head.
Yeah.
Can I call in and talk to y'all?
You right here, you can just grab the microphone.
Hey, Keith. Hey,
Oh,
Key,
and talk to y'all?
when
Yeah.
we win,
Oh, I thought I
when
had
we
to talk.
win,
Hey, look out, look out.
when we win,
There you
I'm
go,
gonna
Joe.
put a
You
back
gotta
on all
calm
these
down, man.
people. Watch. Don't worry about
Hey,
nothing.
George, you have a point.
Hey, let me
You got
go outside
you
and
got
grab a
serious
cigarette,
point.
Rob.
And in the 90s, even in 65, because I was just watching
He's
that.
doing
So
me.
if you lived in Washington 65, they tore it up.
Rob, come
Something
on.
terrible. And they
What
still
you
haven't
mean?
even rebuilt. And then
What you mean, Rob?
in the 90s, we're still rebuilding
Coco
for the
coming
90s.
to
They've been
get me
promising,
right
they've
there.
been promising us for the 90s.
Coco coming to get me
And
right there.
they still haven't
I'm
done
gonna
it.
put
They
this
did
game of
something about it, but they
dominoes,
have not
And
rebuilt.
Coco gonna scoop me
Period.
up. I gotta
You
go
know,
take
so-
care of my
Oh,
stuff.
he a cold piece.
This is a life that we live. It doesn't matter where you come from. If you lived in Los Angeles in the 90s,
Hey,
60s, and
no,
70s,
you
know
better not come in
what
here.
it is that we've been going through. So you guys we gotta. This is it's a team effort.
Oh, you gonna come in
Hey,
here?
turn your phone off, though.
We have to like be able to work together.
You a
Hey,
cold,
Coco coming right now.
Complicated.
Let Coco pull up.
you a cold piece of
You
work.
coming in here?
Coco, no?
You coming in? You gotta close the door.
Hey, we gotta go out with some fun. They like that. Yes, sir.
You got another caller.
Microphone was on. It wasn't even up.
All right, guys. Robert was about to say something before we went on break, and I want to give him an opportunity to say his piece. Go ahead. Say what you gotta say, Rob. What are you gonna say?
Listen.
It doesn't matter what you was about to say.
caller. Oh,
I
we
got you with the Rock. They not on yet.
You know what's so funny though, brother? We had such a great week this week. That
Yeah.
was the thing that was, if you're out there listening, ladies and gentlemen, I'm really enjoying this whole entire series this week.
And let's go to the phone lines. Peter, what's up? What's up? What's up, Peter?
We have two light-skinned people in the room, so they can all.
What's up, Peter?
Oh, oh.
Hey, Peter, are you there? Oh, I'm blessed. How about yourself? Wonderful. Yeah. Yeah. More guns, less crime. That's the name of the book. Nice. Yeah, and it's true. And it's true, you know, and a lot of people, especially in California, they got this thing where guns kill people. And, you know, I have a gun safe. I have all type of gun safes, and I have guns under my bed, and I teach my children how to play with guns. And so far, my guns have not killed anybody. I mean, they've just been sitting right there in the case, minding their own business, right? But I see ignorant people with guns kill people. You know, so it's never the guns, but everybody want to blame the guns, and they never want to blame the person. Exactly. And let's look at the massacres. You know, we have the one that was in Las Vegas. We have the one that was in Columbine. You got the one that was in Florida. And we have massacres in every inner city. Look at Chicago. I was just looking at the news, and a child was murdered in a drive-by in New York, here in Los Angeles. 9 people just got shot the other day, shot and killed. One of them made it. And it was never somebody's gun just sitting in a house or in a gun safe. It was always the action of an ignorant person with a gun in their hand that caused someone to be murdered. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's absolutely true. He could take out 1 or 2, but he won't take out 20.
Did you hear Peter?
And Peter, let me tell you something, man. When I lived in Texas and I used to be a recruiter, you know, Texas has open carry, but you can have guns in your house. I left my front door open on many of occasions, waiting for someone to just run up in my house so I can practice that Mossberg 500 I have. But the most scariest sound in the entire world is from a shotgun.
A true story.
You know, you hear that exactly. That means run for your life, because no matter where you point it, it's gonna hit you. You know, that's what that's what that means. Exactly. But I mean, we just need really good legislators. We need really good legislators. I'm so excited about young people stepping up and taking leadership positions, because I hear a lot of complaining, but I don't hear a lot of action from younger people. And I think that at the end of the day, a lot of young people just want to complain about the situation, but they don't want to get involved because it's too hard. Now, I don't know where all this feminine energy in men came from, but I think that we need to get back to a time to where hard wasn't a word. You know what's hard? My granddad was a pastor, and he had ambassadors for Christ, and he used to build on his church. Now, hard is being 9 years old up on a roof with my grandfather of a 2-story church, knocking nails into beams. That's hard, in 100-degree weather. So, but Peter, I appreciate you calling in. Hey, Rob, go ahead and talk about what you was going to talk about, because I know you wanted to talk about something, but I kept cutting you off.
No, I like what you're talking about now. You're actually making a lot of sense, so I'm not gonna cut you off at all. I really want you to continue, because tonight, I love the energy and the fire that you're giving people information. So for me, being quiet is not a problem to me. Or actually expressing the things necessary. I mean, I totally agree with you in regards to the Pro 2, in regards to being able to carry a weapon. I mean, it's so difficult to get, quote unquote, it's difficult to get a gun license in Los Angeles, but in Orange County, it's a lot easier. Sonoma County, it's a lot easier. So people outside of Los Angeles are walking around with guns, but people in LA are not carrying weapons.
Hey, Lena on my live stream is fire right now. She's so
What did
actively
Lena say?
engaged. She's on point. She's on point. She's doing research and she's putting it in the
I
group
love
chat.
it.
So if
I
you
love
guys
it.
are on my Facebook group chat, please look at the comments. Don't mind the negative comments, but look at the comments. There's some great information that's coming out, and I really thank you, Lena. I really appreciate
You know
it.
what I want to say tonight? I really appreciate everyone that is calling in. So we want to make sure next week that we start off with topics and things that are relational to what you want to be able to speak about.
Yep. Listen, I'm sorry to cut you off. We got another caller, Jennifer. What's happening, Jennifer? Rob's getting cut off all night. It's going good. How about you? Yeah. That's true. Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Wow, that's tough.
Yeah. 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 That's true. That's true. I think we got to get that education under control, And the thing about, the last statement that you made about the children being at home and away from people who were teaching, the sex ed and over-sexualizing our children is that child abuse cases went up. Domestic violence cases went up. And so now we're torn between sending our children to school to where they're being over-sexualized or keeping them at home with possible sexual predators or child abusers that are beating up on our children on a regular basis. And so we're at a crossroad. But I'm gonna tell you this. My mom told me this, and and I thought it was really insightful when she said it. She said, the younger generation are not playing games with anybody. She said, you got two types of younger generation. You have the people who get mad and they just tear up all your stuff. And then you have the younger generation that are getting involved in politics and they don't care what the older generation are thinking, because it's time for the older generation to be phased out of politics and let the younger generation with the new ideas start allowing their ideas to take effect and take place in the United States. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be us who will be here for the long haul, unfortunately. Let's look at a lot of the Elijah Cummings, the John Lewises, the RBGs. They are passing away because they're entirely too old. But these are the people who have been making legislation for the last 40, 50, 60 years almost. And so we have to start putting in term limits. We have to start encouraging more young people to get actively involved in politics, but not being brainwashed by any political party. We need them to bring their own ideas to the table, and let's collaborate between the politicians and the community on the best ways to move forward. But Jennifer, thank you for calling in. Look, Rob, I want to give you an opportunity. Go ahead and say what it is that you wanted to say. That's not what you were going to do. You were going to talk about something important, and I can feel it. Speak up.
I was actually going to tell you this, that sincerely, Jennifer, you made a great statement inside of your call there. And tonight, and this whole entire show has been really great, simply because the information that we're receiving, I like the way that you're actually just pouring it all out tonight.
We do this all the time.
This
We just
is
don't
what
pay
we
attention
do.
to us.
Right. So, I mean, I don't really have to say too much tonight. I really, really, really enjoy
Now, you was going to talk about something about the 2A and guns or something that happened at the gun range.
We'll do that next week.
No, say what you're going to have to say.
No. You know why?
Yeah.
Because you're actually, Joe Collins, you are on fire right now. There are two light-skinned people sitting on here, so we're actually.
Hey,
Kurt fell asleep as we were on there. We don't know how he did that.
Tell Robert what his problem is.
You really want me to tell the problem is?
Tell him what his problem is.
He just need to kick back, be quiet.
You know what it is, Joe? My problem is, Kurt hasn't legal, and
All right, look, I hate to cut you off. I hate to cut you off, Rob.
Kurt hasn't legal.
Listen, we about to end the show. We're about to end the show.
Hey,
I
you gonna
appreciate
get
everybody who jumped in the live
All right,
stream.
all right,
I
it's
appreciate
cool.
everybody who
It's
tuned
cool
into
you
the
get
show,
at me like that.
79 KABC. And listen, Rob is probably the biggest guy.
You gonna get at me, that's all right.
Rob don't even have hair. Rob's hair is missing and he still tries to brush it. I'm like, Rob, give it up and take a straight raise. Hey, you guys stay tuned next week. We'll be right back with Rob's hair.
Make sure you tune in.
Stay blessed, everybody. 790 KABC, JoeCollinsForCongress.com. Please donate, please support us. Eric Early's debate, Adam Schiff tomorrow. Go to ericearly.com. We go.
That was great. That was great.
All right, you guys, listen, I appreciate everybody who tuned in to the show. We're going to start trying to do these live streams more and more. It's really hard because our day starts at 4 o'clock in the morning, and our day is over in about an hour. So maybe by like 11:30, our day is over, 11 o'clock. But we love you guys. We appreciate you guys. Keep giving us that input. Team Collins is in the studio right now.
I can go and do everything I gotta do.
If you guys cannot hear us, you gotta tune in 790 KABC because this is just a Facebook live stream, but we are at the 790 KABC studios. And again, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Stay blessed, stay safe, and see you guys.